Hello and welcome to the GBHL podcast and part 2 of our tournament review for Ardacon. Last time, you've not seen the video yet, have you?
No, I've not.
Last time they will have seen us sat on this couch talking about what armies we were taking, what we expect from it, and the event coverage.
Yes.
And at some point there will be a chili eating video going out
Cool.
the Mouth of Sauron challenge. But obviously the event is over and the ending of the last video I think felt like it needed this bit.
Yes.
So make it into its own video.
Yes. Have you recovered from the weekend?
Just about, yeah.
It was a heavy weekend, wasn't it? A lot went on. Long days. I think this is why we didn't so much film as much towards the end, because we were done in.
I have a horrible thing at events where I just get so immersed in the actual tournament that I forget to record. James is fantastic.
He's very good for that, isn't he?
He's very good at staying committed to filming. And I apologise because I'm shaking my paint pots already. Is that I am painting up some models during this time, getting some hobby.
Will this be out before that?
Yes, this is going out tonight.
So no spoilers. Yes,
no spoilers.
Today, like.
Skeletons. Watch the back rep.
Yes, if you're not. James are very good for it. I think one of the also things is like I started quite well with the filming, but then say a game wasn't quite going in your favour, you knocks your spirits a bit and you don't quite then really want to relay and talk about it.
You don't want to grab them and say, oh, so how was that game where you beat me?
Yeah, exactly. Apologies to those people that I did then get recordings. Well, I suppose only Hector after the first game. But you're fresh of enthusiasm at the beginning of a tournament. But as
the day drags on, and it did go on a long time.
That Saturday was, I think we checked our parking, wasn't it? Was it 13 hours?
15.
15 hours we were in there for.
15 hours.
It was a heavy day. Yeah, and then even the Sunday was long with the tournament morning and the game, last game in the morning, and then the doubles.
Doubles as well.
Yes.
So day one. Started out as the Chaos in Order event, like the mixer events where you get people out of their friendship groups, sort of just chit-chatting amongst other hobbyists.
Which is good. And I got table one!
Nice!
Only time for table one. Me and Dan and myself, my rival. Rival of the community. we were on table one. It felt quite chaotic from the start, as Chaos and I suppose is, because you got 4 people around a small table. You're meeting a lot of new people. Everyone didn't really understand the rules. There were, fortunately, I'd printed off the rule sheets, which then ended up being passed to the tables left and right. That sort of thing. It was, but it was a good fun little game. It was well done in sort of a relaxed fashion to an extent. I wasn't really going
no one's gaming it, are they?
No,
it's ungameable pretty much.
Yeah, so it was quite a nice way to start the big heavy weekend. Yeah. And looking back at the entire weekend now, it was very chilled compared to everything else that happened.
Yes, yeah. Who did you have on your table?
So it was myself and Dan Entwistle, and we had. Don't
worry about names. I'm the worst at it.
Yes.
So.
A lad from the Danish team.
Yep.
And I want to say a lad from the Norwegian team, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There were a lot of, and then obviously when we ran through beforehand, roughly what the sort of objectives were in Chaos and On. There were a lot of new ones. A lot of ones.
Yeah, well, there were lots of ones that were obviously from those extras that I'd seen them on the DCHL page.
Yes.
Like the weather was in there.
Oh yeah,
I got tons of weather.
Yeah, some things that you had to roll for like before priority.
Yeah.
So I think one that I played first turn just for funsies, especially because Dan had an all mounted armies. Mm-hmm. Each player had to lie down 3 models. Yeah.
Yeah, we had that one in ours with an all mounted Rivendell force.
Yeah. Oh wow, then that's just as costly. So Dan and Whistle had Prince Imrahil and like 10 Knights of Dalamoth on horse, so straight away you had to dismount 3. It then just meant that you could put them on his closest objectives. So
just leave them behind for grabbing that.
Yes. Yeah. And this is no fault of James's, because he had a massive event to do and lots of tables, and obviously each table needed a big deck of all these objectives.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of them, and I've heard of some other places, weren't necessarily shuffled, or you might have had like the point objectives at the bottom of the pile and you're just playing for all the random things.
Yes, yeah, I found that as well.
So there's quite a variance of scores on tables. My friend Andy, his score was the winner won on 2. I think it was 2-1-0-0, because he just kept getting all the things that didn't award points and all the objectives.
Like wet weather and...
Exactly, yeah. and things that you couldn't... They were probable but not impossible, so you had them in your hand for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, we played on our table because obviously my table was Dave Shearer, Ian from Scotland. I will get that name right eventually. I think it's Ian, and Damien.
Oh yeah, which is good.
Which was good. So Damien and I played it before, and we recommended to our table, as long as everyone agreed on it, that we get one free discard per round.
That would have been nice.
So like if you end up with a duff card in your hand, at the end of it you go, right guys, I am discarding this card and I'm drawing a fresh one.
Yes.
Just to keep it from, or to not allow it to sort of get to a stale point.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think I would have applied that on our table, because I think for the first like 6 or 7 turns I had like capture objectives 1 and 2, which were like
on the
middle
side,
or the opposite side, and I was straight away from the first turn pinned. So for 3/4 of the game I couldn't earn any points whatsoever.
Yeah.
But I wasn't too bothered because we had fun, and me and one player just ended up scrapping for the majority of the game. And I think I only got broke on the last turn, so it worked out okay. And it was nice and chilled and nice to meet new people and have a bit of fun. But yes, a bit of cycling would have been good.
Yeah, so on our table, in the end I ended up winning it.
Right.
Because of the points, because of the discards that we had, obviously we scored a lot more points. I think I managed to win it on 12 points.
Oh, that's good score.
And it was all in a last turn ditch, sort of grab every objective I could possible.
Yeah.
Damien and I, basically our entire army set up like near enough on the same point.
Yeah.
And he had Bolg on a Warg, and I had like Legolas and Gladriel.
Okay.
And he was like, "Don't shoot my Warg, so don't attack me."
You have a bit of a truce then.
Yeah, so we had a truce.
Truce.
So long as the Warg was alive, and I couldn't shoot it, so obviously Dave Shearer shot the Warg.
Oh right.
With all his ribbon on. It's like, well, I was like, right, so what's stopping you from attacking me now, Damien? It's like, well, I don't want to attack all your elves with my tiny army and Bolg who can get immobilised. It's like, alright, okay, well, truce. And I got the lie down models.
Yeah.
Made Dave Shearer obviously lie down his...
3 nights.
3 nights. We also had one, I think it was like a blistering heat or something, which was any model wearing heavy armour takes a strength 9 hit. Or 3 models in your force.
Oh, wow, yes.
So I was like, oh, my elves, my wood elves, they're fine.
Yeah.
Ian, I believe his name is, from Scotland, was like, well, I've got the Fellowship, heavy dwarf armour on Gimli. That's not heavy armour, technically. It's heavy dwarf armour. So like, alright, fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
You're fine.
Yeah.
And Damien was like, my army's wearing heavy armour. Alright, I'll pick 3 spearmen. I was like, oh, so Rivendell Knights.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they wear heavy armour. 3 more, please.
That's
and
good.
we killed 3 like in turn 1. It's like, right, that was good.
Oh, there were some really cool, fun ones. That sounds a good one. There was one in our game that obviously you sort of kept into yourself, and we just had, for the majority of our game, we had an opponent with his entire army moved towards the middle and then moved all the way to one flank, touched the board edge, and then moved all the way to the other. And we're thinking, why is he doing this? Does he have
like Epic Journey or something?
I think that was what it was, and it was then you went all the way to one side and the other. And I think it was the last turn in the game where we're really all quite low on numbers.
Yeah.
And I had the one where as each player had D6 models, and then they randomly came on from a board edge.
Yes, the fog of war.
Yeah, so he was like, no, I've gone from one side, I just need to get to this other.
Yeah.
Fortunately enough, he rolled and he actually ended up coming on
that side, yeah.
So he ended up drawing in second place with me because of that move. But he didn't engage anyone all game and just spent his time just moving from one board edge to the other with the Golden King and his little cohort. It was mad.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, there were some fun ones.
It was good fun.
And I was saying, it was a good way to start off the weekend.
Yeah, I guess you to meet everyone. It's nice to sort of introduce yourself.
And that's it, yeah. So I think, what was the highest score? And did someone get like 19 or something?
I can't remember. I genuinely don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember the award ceremony for it, to be honest.
Was that goosed by it?
Yes. But then it was after that, there was the quiz, wasn't there?
Yes.
So the Middle Earth team did a quiz which had...
It was so difficult.
I think there were the 7 rounds plus that 50 bit.
Plus the name all the characters in Lord of the Rings.
Yes, the 50 most popular names that come up in the books and stuff. Which was easy enough getting about 40, and then there were some hidden gems in there.
There were.
Trying to think of some of the ones that people didn't.
Well, Thorin is one of the ones.
Oh yeah, Thorin's mentioned like, I don't know, 60 times or something in the Lord of the Rings.
Did you not expect it? Also, the one that catches people out is Gloin.
Yeah, because
he's not referenced. It's just Gimli, son of Gloin.
Yeah, sure. I'm trying to think of anyone else. I can't remember. There were some niche ones in there, but that was good fun. I bet the quiz there was loads and loads of rounds to it. Your usual pitch around, guess the stat line, which we got a little reveal in.
Got some reveals, and at the Nazgul of Dol Guldur.
Yes, which was cool.
Which is interesting.
Interesting profile, especially not knowing the special rules. It is an interesting profile.
They've got to have special rules because they had one will.
Yeah, one will and no fate, was it?
One will, no fate, 2 might.
And yeah, one wound, probably defense.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, there'll be a special rule to them, which is interesting to see in the future.
Yeah.
What other rounds were there?
There was the Say What You See round, which is always fantastic.
Yeah, and frustrating for the ones you don't get, and then after it's like, it's clear as mud.
How did I not get that? Shelob. Shelob is the one from Throne of Skulls a while back that Ed got.
Oh.
It was like just a woman and then a quarterback, and it seems so obvious. As soon as someone says Shelob, it's like, well, of course.
Yeah.
But at the time, just like no one really got it. It was.
What was the Standfast one?
Standfast.
There was one at Standfast. I'm sure it's like someone maybe standing there at a fast or something. Oh, it was Roadrunner. It was Roadrunner.
Oh yes, yeah.
So just clever things that they are witty and well done to do it.
Yeah.
One of my favourite rounds was Adam Choke's Guess What's Missing one, where he sort of coloured in, he froze the picture on a film.
Random bits.
Yeah, it was, and then he'd use
MS
paint just to fill in a gap, and it's like, what is missing? And they're really obscure things.
Yeah.
The one I'll probably never forget was the Mummock one.
The Mummock one that had a big elephant.
Yes, so in the Two Towers, when the Faramir's Rangers attacked the Mummocks, there was a screenshot of the two Mummocks, and then a big space where Adam had taken a lot of time to draw like a third elephant. Yeah. And it's like, what's missing here? And it's
see, I said in my group, I was like, it's trees. There's only two Mummocks. They're like, no, you can't have something that big.
Yeah, no, it can't be that easy. And we felt the same. And it was nothing.
It was just trees. I was like,
You could see Adam's delight afterwards, like, the satisfaction.
There are only two guys.
Yeah. Which is good round.
Yeah, it's good fun.
The book round was very hard, as you expect.
Yeah, I felt the book round was punishingly difficult. It seemed to be. I can't think of the word, but like just punishingly difficult. Like it was really obscure references.
I can't even think of a question to give an example.
Me either. But it's sort of like, you know, how many pints did the Hobbit at the bar drink? Like, I don't know. That wasn't important in the story.
No, yeah.
It was those sorts of questions where it's dumb luck if you get it right, or good reasoning. Yeah, or
was it the one in the books one? It was, what's the elven name for Tom Bombadil?
Oh yeah, we would just put Tom Bombadil.
I think we've ever Tom Bombadillo. But it's just like, I have no clue.
Yeah.
But the quiz was good. It just went on for a long time, and then you had to go through all the answers. I think we finished the quiz by about 1.
Yeah.
The first night, and the victorious team were
me and the rest of the team. The Wanderers in the Wild and Dave.
Dave.
Yeah.
Good fun. Well done, Wanderers, on our victory of the weekend.
Yeah. It was good.
That was good fun. The quiz is always fun. I felt I had to stay for it as tiring was, and then conscious of the heavy day the next day.
The next day, the tournament day.
Yeah. So we get home for like 2:30 on the Friday night? We'd obviously come home because we lived.
I think it was later. Oh no, 2:30 sounds about right.
It was the second day after both days were late. So then we got up for day 2. There were things. I think the convention was open on a Saturday for 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
We thought, no, I need to get there for 9. There was some nerfing game that was possibly going on.
I don't think it went on. I don't think the nerf thing happened. I'm just going to nip this over there and get in the brush.
Okay. So we knew we had to get there for 11 for the Middle Earth talk from Adam and Jay, which was cool.
Well, that was good to see. I always like to see keynotes.
Yes, I think they've done updates, haven't they, since the previous
so we saw a lot more than Throne of Skulls.
Yes, I don't think what we saw.
I can't
too much
now.
In the weekend.
Scenarios.
Oh yeah, he showed us a few of the scenarios which look coolest because there's like 30 plus scenarios.
Yeah, lots of new scenarios.
Lots of cool little ones as well, so not they need big army. There was the one with Lake Town, wasn't there? Where you had to sneak through Lake Town.
Bard and Bane had to sneak through past the Master's Guard.
Yeah, which
stuff like that is really cool.
Yeah,
because that's sort of what SPG was born on.
Yeah, plenty of content for the channel, I think. There.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
If anyone wants to buy us like 10 boxes of the Lake Town houses, so we can make our own Lake Town.
Yeah. Well, if in doubt, I think. They announced the price, didn't they? Like £25, I think.
For one kit, which is I don't think it's too bad.
No, not at all.
And they look like they're going to do a bulk one.
Yeah, and like the ruins of Osgiliath.
Yeah, I don't know.
What that would become.
But it'd be cool, and each one you can set up differently, and then they've got windows that you can put in backwards or inside out, and.
Each one comes with a little boat as well.
Which is cool. Yeah, and Adam was amazed that there was one piece to impress that the boat was
super
one
impressive
cast.
that it's a one-piece boat.
Yeah.
Like, it's well done by the design team.
No, it's and yet the beauty of painting as well. So obviously you can do your houses different colours and different weathering and that sort of things.
I mean, the only thing for me that is, I think, going to be the only sort of struggle for the Lake Town houses. I was trying to be super positive about everything. It's just foreground is there.
True. And I think a combination of the two.
The mix of the two would look nice, I think. The foreground's just a little bit bigger in scale by the looks of it.
And saves you the paint job.
But the thing is, I am a lazy person. And if I can avoid painting, I will avoid painting.
Yes.
So that's my only sort of concern for the Lake Town houses, that they're super cool. I'll probably pick one up.
Yeah, but if you know you need a few to make a set, and it's like,
I've got to paint all those houses.
You paint quick at least.
I do, but for something like models, I don't really mind too much because you don't really see them.
Yes, yeah, true.
Like they just sort of blend into each other. But if it's a terrain piece that's as big and as prominent as that, you will look at it.
Yeah.
And if I can't do something justice, I tend to not do it.
Yeah, I agree, which is why I've got a few models sitting on my shelf that I just don't want to dare do yet because I can't do them justice. So.
Which why Dane's still in his he's not been taken out yet. So I don't have the time to commit to you, Dane. Sorry.
Especially when you see some people's putting the Danes
already painted.
Oh, George Perkins is absolutely amazing.
You bugger.
Yeah, no, they look very nice. Did he done foot unmounted, or was it just? I think he has. Yeah, they look damn cool.
And everyone else has got their Iron Hills already painted.
I know.
Something to mention, all the Iron Hills are on sale there. That's how we've managed to do all the videos.
Oh, of course, yeah. So obviously, I suppose, yeah. So while the talk was on, there was loads of. These were available on the Friday. So Games Workshop had the stall. They had the 3 new releases, and they also had in cases some of the new models are yet to come out. So the Berserkers,
the alternate troll poses that we saw. One of them
dried glue.
Where?
It's on dried page to say. On your brush, this blob.
Oh, this is. Oh,
is this your crack stuff?
This is the dirt. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I just
not
thought
just like a big blob of paint.
I thought you might do that some dry paint, get some new.
No, get some new brown paint, man. No.
So there's the Games Workshop store. There's obviously the massive Steam Forge sort of corner.
Yes, that was cool. They're doing Dark Souls, Guild Ball, and Shudder games.
They had lots of stock as well, didn't they?
Yeah, plenty of stock. Plenty of it went missing as well.
Really?
Yeah, sticky fingers.
Really?
Naughty community.
Oh, no, haven't any of that happens to the Games Workshop store, because Games Workshop were also stocking. They had a lot of. They had a lot
of the metals that were previously out of production, but back in.
Yes, and then things like they had lots of the boxes. So there was like fell beasts and there was dragons. There was loads of stuff to pick up. I imagine they did quite well over the weekend.
Yeah, well, I think we mentioned it in the Speak Friend question already that they smashed their sales targets.
Oh, really? Did they?
Like absolutely demolished them.
Wow. Well,
so well done, community. They'll probably come back next year now.
I think so. What else was going on? So there was.
There was also Matt Davies from Generation Shift.
Yes, of course.
Had his bases.
Yeah.
Sale.
God damn, do they look good?
They're so pretty, aren't they?
Oh, he's doing so well, that boy. Yeah, they do look really nice, and the prices are really, really reasonable as well.
Very reasonable. I want to know who his resin caster is.
Yeah, because I know. Because what is it? Is it like?
Can't all be done from home. Surely.
10 small bases for £3 maybe.
Something like that.
And then obviously you got cavalry bases and you got your monster bases and stuff. And I think in conjunction with the Iron Hills, they must have done very well.
Yeah.
And the Iron Hills and those bases look beautiful.
I bought my Iron Hills. Oh, I'll buy 12 bases.
Yes.
12 scenic bases rather than just the round.
And they're tuppence compared to the price you pay for Iron Hills Dwarves as well. To go for those bases. So it's great to see him showing his off stuff, and he did really nice things again. So we all got our little
base in the goodie pack.
Yeah, which was cool, and vouchers for Element Games and a few.
Yeah, £5 voucher for Element Games.
And of course, Freddo.
Good.
Which I've not eaten yet.
Really, I ate mine. I think immediately. No, I lie. I ate mine on the Saturday night because I needed some energy. So sugar might help.
Yeah.
I don't think it did though.
Dave Fredericks was there with his board of his Armies on Parade board at him and His partner in crime. Come on.
Kev.
Kev Spector, yeah. So that board looks amazing.
It's beautiful.
It is so cool. If you've not seen it, it's a full Azar Gundabad army, isn't it? On the big
on the lake marching. Oh, it looks very pretty.
Amazing. Yeah, so cool. And of course there were the people who dress up what they called? Cosplayers, and they were cool as hell. So
and scary as well.
Yeah, they were. So it was during the Middle Earth talk that we were all
These
all
guys
set and all
suddenly arrived.
And they were all glued on Avon Choke and Jay. Then all of a sudden I just looked over my shoulder and there's this 6 foot, I don't know, 10, 7 foot, Urukai stood next to me, full armour, full plate, full mask on, looked terrified, just grinning, like growling at everybody. And they just sort of wandered around. They stuck to their characters all weekend. They were really, really impressive.
I remember hearing some stories from people about them. Like they really got into their role and they did it really well. Like there were some games going on, and I think someone was playing like Urukai versus Shire or something. Urukai, well, plenty of hobbits, so probably.
Yeah.
And this Urukai was watching. And when the Urukai killed a hobbit, it was like, and then when the hobbit killed the Urukai, it was like, boo!
Oh, no way. Well, me and Hector in our first game we were playing in one of this big Uruk come next to us, and I think Hector told him that he'd killed a hobbit or something. Yeah. And he got a fist pump from this Urukai.
What?
Like, I want one! And I managed to persuade the Uruk to reluctantly give me a fist pump, which is pretty cool. So then there was the talk, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's the keynote speech, and then that's Friday night, isn't it?
No, the keynote was at 11 on the Saturday.
Oh, sorry, the keynote, the quiz was...
Yeah, then there was a bit of time for lunch, and then there was the heavy spree of 5 games, pretty much back to back.
Oh, yeah, because we're in the morning now, aren't we? Sorry, I'm well behind.
But it was the bit of the delay of everyone handing in lists, because obviously I have 140 players.
Yeah, I got my list in immediately. As soon as there was a sign-up area, I was like, oh, handing that in.
Yes, do this.
Because I learned that from the previous night, not to queue up.
Yes, we did.
Beat the queue.
I think that was one of the sort of things got delayed throughout the weekend, just because of the amount of people and the amount of stuff that James and his ring bearers need to sort out. Dan Entwistle helped a lot throughout the weekend. But then next, still give time to chat to everybody, talk in your teams about what's going on. Yes.
One of the things that James, I've spoken to him since, has said that really sort of hampered the starting of the event was that there were quite a lot of dropouts.
Oh, really?
And so when you obviously have to redraw a tournament, normally you just redraw it and it's fine. But when he said when he redrew it, because of the dropouts, it didn't register everybody's groups or teams, so people were playing against teams, he had to try and sort it out, and in the end just had to commit to, you know what, I'm going to announce this draw, and if you're playing against someone in your own team, you just have to swap.
Well done.
I run tournaments, and when things don't work for you, the pressure just builds up, and your stress level rises. Cause like, crap, like everyone's waiting to begin.
Yeah.
And I think in the end you made the right call just to say, right, sorry, the spreadsheet's not done what it should have done due to like dropouts. So let's begin. Let's get it started. Yeah. And it's round 1, so it's random anyway. Just swap down.
Yeah, I think that's fair. He did very well to keep his cool throughout the entire weekend. I thought he would have cracked once or twice because he was just non-stop, that boy.
I'm sure behind the scenes there was.
Probably. Oh yes. So then we had the 5 games back to back with a half an hour gap each day through.
Tough.
It was tough. Yes, there was 5 games on the Saturday. We went till about maybe 1:30, and then there was a final game on the Sunday morning.
Yeah.
We won't go through all of our games.
No, it's quite a long thing. I honestly don't remember most of my games.
Can you say your 6 opponents?
No, not a chance. Ian Spiller, Adam Sokol, definitely played them.
Who's your first game?
Oh, I feel really bad. Oh, James Wilson.
You played James
from
Wilson,
down south, East Anglia Hobbit community.
Yeah.
Your first game?
I played Hector. I roughly remember I played Hector, Lewis. I played people that I know of.
Yeah.
Or I haven't played for a while. So I played Lewis, and I played Hector, then Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Did I play Ed third game? Yeah, and I played Mr. Ball again, 3rd game. Then I played... Oh, I missed someone here though, but I did... Oh, it is hard, isn't it? Played James Long in the last game.
Especially with the pressure of the camera.
Yes,
and these people might be watching, going, "Oh my god, why
exactly."
Can't I,
and I know a player, I can't remember the name, so it's bugging me.
If I had a line for faces at the tournament, I could point people out.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But I am terrible at names.
Yes.
As for my most enjoyable game...
Yes, do that.
It's probably against Owen, the local guy to us.
Oh yeah, Owen Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, so it wasn't Owen Fitzpatrick. He'd been playing and he had a friend there.
Oh right, yeah.
Whose name I forgot, Chris or Steve. It's definitely one of those two names. He was there. He was learning the game. He wanted to have a game. So
cool.
It was quite nice to have sort of an intro game. Style. We played Lords of Battle. I think it was To the Death. It was just To the Death. So it was a nice, easy scenario.
Yes.
I set up. We're just gonna smash into each other, and I'll teach you how to play the game.
Yeah.
Nearly ended up losing myself the game, as is
often the way.
Often the way when you're trying to teach someone a game, you want them to have a good experience. You say, all right, well, no, what you should do here is I'm going to try and get onto your general, so you should heroic strike. You go, oh, okay, strike higher. Like, no, why am I helping you? This is the tournament. Did end up managing to sort of pull victory from the jaws of defeat, even though I beat myself a little bit. But it was a very good game, very fun. Chilled out, relaxed, and he was having good bants.
Oh, that's good. And sometimes you need those games in a heavy.
It was a real pick me up after having 2 games lost on time.
Yeah, sure.
That was my only one complaint of the event. Really, is the game time was too short. I feel like an extra 15 minutes in every game would have been really handy for me.
Yeah, because it guarantees a 1 extra turn, doesn't it?
I feel I lost to Adam Sokol in Recon because my army was at the board edge. It was like, right, it's your last turn. I was like, no. One more turn and my elves get off. Like, 2 more turns and a ton of hobbits get off.
Oh, it's impressive to get hobbits over a 48-inch board.
Devastating. I mean, there were things I could have done in game after looking back that I know I should have done differently.
Yeah.
That involved having Saruman with the main of my army to give more might for marches.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to blast through his army.
Yeah,
and just delay them getting off. Similarly, if Saruman wasn't there, then he would have run more off.
Yeah, true. Okay. Either way. I think my favourite game, probably my first game, I played Hector Bloggs, who I've not played before, and he is a lovely chap. We had quite good fun. He kept giving me a sad face every time I killed his models, and I think it went vice versa. I think the first turn we killed, after the first round of combat, we've killed similar amount. I think we killed like 9 each. So in the second turn, Hector proceeded to kill like another 12 of mine. I didn't lose any.
Oh.
Like, what is going on here? Like,
these aren't average.
Because the lineup was in my favour to a degree, and I thought I'm going to lose this just from one thing or another. It sort of balanced out, and I think I did win the game by about 10. I think it was whole ground, but the high ground was first scenario, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
It's in the middle. So we had good fun, and it was really enjoyable, and lots of hugs and.
I got my game finished before yours. I walked over to that one. And I believe I watched Rummel spend a point of might to ensure the kill.
And that sportsmanship at its best. I'd give it to Hector for the weekend because I think it then scuppered his chances the next turn. I think because Pippin had killed Simon had charged the Sentinel thinking he's going to have him. Simon lost the fight, lost his horse, ran away. Pippin then went in against the Sentinel, won the fight and killed the Sentinel. And then so Rummel was angry, so killed Fatty to try and then get onto Pippin the next turn. But then had no might to kill Pippin or call in heroics. So it cost in some ways, but it allowed for the fun of the game.
Yeah.
And that's always the nice side of it, which is always good fun. So thank you, Hector, for a nice game. And we did get a bit of a player interview afterwards.
Oh, cool.
So you would have seen that, I suppose, in part 1.
I believe so.
I think him and James Long were the only 2 player interviews I did.
I know James Long's definitely in there.
Yeah, Hector's my first one.
We'll see.
We'll see, I've not seen it myself since. If you've included it.
If I've included it. I'm pretty sure I would have. We'll see though.
Yeah, it's going on. It's not much.
I don't remember seeing Hector's face though.
Maybe he's got no hair now.
Yeah, maybe. Very true.
Least favourite game? Or your 2 losses?
Either sort of the disappointing ending versus Andy Sokol, just because. Adam Sokol, sorry. Just because it's just a disheartening ending, losing because the round's over due to time when you think you're in a strong position.
And you're powerless then, aren't you, to it?
And similarly versus Ian Spiller, second time I've played him, second time I've called a heroic channel, and a Hobbit has resisted it with heroic channel with Thranduil to get a nice big juicy nature round.
And a natural 6?
Yeah, he used Merry with his 1, and he had a might point. I got a 5. I was like,
no.
Oh, second game on the run. Fine. But again, that one came down to time, and I feel with two more turns, I'd just broken him, got through to Frodo, who was his general. It was on the whole ground scenario.
Yeah.
Because our hobbits had been scrapping at the end, he'd been the one, because he won priority literally every turn of the game, who got to sort of tie up 2 up with 1, move someone in. So he got to the middle before me, but I'd just arrived, and was sort of the hobbits were 1 turn again, off going.
Just
getting in range.
Because it's still such a big circumference, isn't it?
Oh,
that you can still
12
fill
inches,
out.
yeah. But again, it went down to time, and I was like, I don't think I've done anything wrong. It's just time.
It's frustrating.
It got me really, really down at that point. Because I was like, right, there's 3 games to the tournament. I've won 1, lost 2, and I wouldn't have done anything different in either of my games I lost. And it just had me in a really bad place. And I got my game with Chris or Steve, and sorry, and it was nice to play someone with just raw enthusiasm again.
Good, yeah.
Really picked me back up, and then I won the rest of my games.
I suppose knowing that point, there was still another 2 games on that Saturday, and we were quite knackered by that point anyway.
And that was going into game 4. I was like, I can't be bothered.
I know, and when we had such high hopes as a Wanderers, it was a bit crushing because we all, I think, had those difficulties. Yeah. I think I was then similar because I played Ed in game 3, and my army was very well equipped to try and battle Felbeast because knowing it and planning it and practicing it. And we played whole ground. I managed to set my entire force together, set Ed's up separately. Everything he was telling me after the game, I did everything right in terms of the setup, and I got absolutely wiped. I think I maybe rolled maximum 20 dice in the game because it was just like, well, I'll knock you down here and I'll take your fight 6 away here. So I always let him roll the dice because if he rolls the 6, he wins the fights, and I was just sort of powerless, and I just watched my army just completely
disappear.
Get depleted. Yeah. There was not much I could have done. Fair play to him because he played it we know how good Ed is with his Felbeast army, but I just felt there was nothing I could have done either way.
Yeah.
Because he was just rolling all the dice and doing all the things that mattered before I even had opportunity to. So that was... It's always a lesson, I suppose, when you play Ed, but it was a bit of a frustrating one.
Yeah.
Similar played James Long in the last game. I lost on the 3rd turn. Again, this is probably in review quickly.
Yeah, it was,
But 3rd turn, the game ended in an hour and a half. Because he killed 18 in the first turn, which was... I think I was 22 to break, he killed 18 with a couple of hurls. And it was those... Well, I did a Nature's Wrath, and when I was going to hit like 12 moles, he naturally resisted it with a 6 and a Watch of Arcana.
It's so annoying, the resistant to magic. It's like, why? Why is this stupid little hobbit resistant to magic? Why is this Watcher of Arcana resistant to magic? What's he done in his life? Watcher of Arcana's
got enough going for them anyway. Yeah. And I can see the frustration because it's a 4-point hobbit that's resistant.
It's resistant to just a king of elves.
Yes. Yeah, doing a big spell. But then Jem was doing balls things like he was calling heroic combats with his Shadowlord on Felbeast, knowing that I had the high fight with the fight 6.
Just
and then
with my 3 ahead, just like might as well.
I know, and I wasn't even couldn't even contest it to give the challenge, and everything was going his way, and say game ended in 3 turns, it was pretty miserable.
Yeah.
So again, it's nice to play James Long because I've not played him before, and it's been a long time coming. But it does then suck because that was the difference in me finishing in like the top 10. I think to finish in 30.
So I felt if I'd have won either one of my other games, I'd have jumped up massively.
Because you had good VPs as well.
Very good VPs. So
the thing, we were both finished on 4 wins, 2 losses, didn't we?
Yeah.
You were where did you finish? I think I was like 35th.
I think I finished 21st.
So the gap there, on VPs, because my VPs were still positive.
Yeah.
I mean, the games I lost by 10 and lost by maybe 10 again.
Yeah.
And I've done quite well with the wins to get VPs up, but that gap's massive.
Yeah.
I think quite a few people are on that sort of margin. It just shows how many players you play again with that group. You need your high VPs just to keep you in that top bracket.
Well, my losses were both small. I think even though Ian Spiller got to the middle first in whole ground with his hobbits, he only won by about 8.
Right. Okay.
And so my negative wasn't too grim, which was what frustrated me more because I was like, one more turn and all my hobbits are now in the middle and I'm winning. It was God.
The frustration. Frustration.
I think I would have preferred, and it's been bandied around by quite a few people, like I would have preferred to do 4 games on Saturday, an hour 45, and even though it makes it a more intense Sunday, 2 games in the morning and a shorter doubles, or Chaos and Order at the very end.
Yeah,
sort of like the wind down and doubles on the Friday.
Yeah, I think that's a good show.
If you've done, I know James has explained in multiple threads that hiring out the hall for 1 extra day for Friday to do the doubles would have been an extra $7,000. Yeah, so you can understand why the reluctance is there on year 1 to do it.
Well, there's lots of things to learn, I suppose, for his next year. And I think not to say things didn't go badly, it was a fantastic weekend.
It was incredible.
Just maybe for that Grand Tournament, which was the main feature by far, especially the WTCs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it was a bit, annoying for time thing. Because a lot of games at that point, knowing that you needed numbers in your army, a lot of games just went to time just because of the feasibility of moving.
I think I only had 1 game, which was game 1, that finished early.
Yeah, I think
everything else was
not much.
Like 3 minutes from time, where we just called it because it was like, well, next turn nothing changes.
Yeah, sure.
Because we're both broken already, or you're not going to break me.
Yeah.
So
because we've been to times where we've been an hour 45, and that is actually a little bit of time.
It just helps, like, especially at a big event like this where the round might start, but your opponent turns up a little bit late because they've got to find the table.
Oh, you got to deploy and all.
You got to deploy, and because you've both got big armies, deployment takes 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're playing for an hour and 10.
Yeah.
And the extra 15 minutes just helps a lot.
Yes, I think so. Well, maybe then something then to fucking success. I still think you need 6 games, because I think 5 games.
Really,
quite resolve enough winners.
If you're at 128 players, you need at least 7 rounds.
Yeah.
To have one true winner at the end.
Yes. It worked out just right, didn't it? Because I think it came to the game 6 when it was just Ed and his opponent both on 5 and 5.
Obviously 1-1. So.
Yes, so that, and I think that's fair. And well played to Ed for winning 6 and coming top.
And then re-jumping to the top of the league.
Yes, he has. He's overtaken Jay. The Wanderers, collectively, we didn't do nearly as well as I thought we'd hoped to.
No, we still came 3rd overall.
Oh, that was such a nice surprise.
I did not expect it. I was expecting like Team Norway or Team Scotland to be up there.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll take that. And now, thank you very much, because I finished 5th out of the 8.
Well, I think Damien was saying it as well, because he did pretty badly.
He did
I think he got like 3 wins, a draw, and 2 losses.
Yeah.
So it wasn't up there at all. And he was like, well, I do not feel like I helped or deserve this medal, but I will take it.
Yeah, very much so. Well played, Tom Harrison.
Tom Harrison carrying us through as ever.
So he had 5 wins and a loss.
Yeah.
I think it was. Bravo, Thomas. So yeah, well done. We got a medal. We got something for the weekend.
Got a medal.
And you won the quiz.
Yeah, I got the I got to pick a book.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good for the channel as well.
Ruin of Arnor.
Yeah, cool.
So now I need to buy a bunch of more models to.
Definitely should have got that model.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So I don't know. So then, and Ed got his cape, didn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
Happy with a medal.
Then it was that. Well, that was the morning of Sunday when all the ending happened, and Ed got his medal. We got our medals.
Yes.
You've seen that on the video. The award ceremony's there.
Done that,
and then it was doubles.
It was shortened doubles.
Shortened doubles, yeah. The round times dropped a little bit.
Yeah, and the
which I was thankful for. I did not want to play any more games of SPG.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Even though it was more relaxed, it was still kind of done now.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, James Braun and I took Double Dragon, and it did as normal and did awful. It died to stupid things. My dragon with big tough hide fly charging into a Dunlending chieftain and bouncing off him for 3 turns.
Oh really?
Which is like, I'm done. I'm done for the weekend. Right, my dragon can't even kill this 50-point chieftain. I am done.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't know. I just luck seemed to carry through. Me and my partner, because we put a force, we just put loads of berserkers and crossbows, knowing that you just need to roll dice and averagely it should work for but we played a Mercury. So we played George Perkins and Rob Camp, I think we played.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
And they had Beastie Thunderel on foot, loads of Galadium, Mirkwood Rangers, and some Palace Guards, lots of low defence, and we thought, wow, we get to combat, we will absolutely walk through this. They did quite a good job at shooting us, but they broke us and got us to a quarter in combat. Oh. It was just Berserker on Ranger, 1-on-1. Oh, 2 dice versus 1. Oh, we lose the fight. Oh, we died. 1 Bannerman killed 3 Berserkers.
Nice pizza, sir.
Yeah. We're back after having a pizza break. Delicious Domino's pizza.
Yes.
So we think we were talking about...
Doubles. Yeah, so essentially my Berserkers got smashed by elves in combat. 1 Berserker.
Oh,
that was it, and the Banner killed 3 in consecutive turns with the -1, and then 3 6s to kill 3 Berserkers. Thinking, well, we lost. Yeah.
It was in Domination, the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Double Dragon played up against a horde of Dunlendings.
Oh, you played Spiller and Wilcock, didn't you?
Yeah, and it was just, as I said earlier, it was just depressing. Like, the dragons were bouncing off everything.
Oh. And we had a lot of numbers, didn't we?
A lot of numbers, but we broke them. And Joe just passed every courage test. It was like, right, so you got 3 guys on this objective at courage 2, 3 guys on this objective at courage 2, 2 guys back there at courage 3.
Kept passing.
Pass all of them. So, what? like, no. 2 of them run away on each objective. 1 of them probably runs away. It's like, oh, it's not fair. Like, and also, like, when 1 guy was in range at courage 2, we're like, alright, there's no point in heroic moving. This guy's not likely to pass his courage test. And then we get to charge somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, he's in! Like, oh.
Oh, great.
It's painful.
Yeah. That frustrating. And you set that point where it's like, oh, right, I'm now just really cut me off.
I just can't bother. Like, I think it was when our first dragon died. It was James's dragon because it's a squishy dragon.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, oh, can't be bothered now. I think it's like we both heroic struck, both got to 6, they won the roll off, it died. It's like, oh well. Can't be bothered now. That felt unfair. It wasn't unfair at all, it was 50-50.
The way it goes, but...
Yeah.
Alright, then who was your second game against doubles?
I was against World Champion.
Oh, yeah.
I
didn't know you played well. Okay.
Yeah.
Him and Nathan?
Him and Nathan, yeah. Started off really well. Then 1 Hunter Orc charged James's dragon, wounded it, ran away.
Really? No!
It was like, again, it was like he ran away to 1 guy who managed to get a courage 1 charge in. It was like, I think it was like the one that could reach him. No. It's like, for God's sake. Then my dragon went in. I think he managed to barge charge into Narzug, who was the general and the only guy with might left on the table. Yeah. Goes in, 4 dice, doesn't win. It's like, that would have been 7 dice, like 8 dice needing 3s to wound him, and the general and the last points of might. Yeah. And then it's no might versus no might, but we're a dragon and you're just orcs.
Yeah.
And you'd be broken soon. So but we lost that, unsurprisingly. Because then Narzug stood up next to her and went in heroic struck, and all the Hunter Orcs ate me for breakfast.
Oh wow.
It was, that was grim as well.
I suppose that when they get in, it's like 4 attacks per model. It's strength 4.
It's the duplication.
Yes.
That hurts. So, and it's like even when 3 guys trapped it, it's like, okay, so that's 3 guys. That's 12 dice.
Yeah.
No.
It's horrific, isn't it? Always adds up quick. Double attacks and strength 4 as well.
It makes me think almost like for things like that where you've got multi-attack models. If something is trapped, is it worth just giving them +1 attack?
Yeah.
Like +1 attack when trapped. Just that way, like regular models get the effectively double up.
Yes.
But models that have multiple attacks already just get to put the hurt in a bit more.
So much. Yeah. I know.
It would also sort of take away that threat of when a hero charges in against you when they're knocked down, so that they get 5 dice rather than 6.
Yeah.
Sorry, 5 dice rather than 8.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Which would be quite nice.
In a way, yeah, because it can be.
It can be so unfair when multiple attack models just trap you.
Yes.
Well.
Okay, my second game I played David Whittaker and Liam. Sorry if it's not Liam. Really nice bloke again who came with Dave. David got delayed because he was trying to get food. Because there was just no time for food and everyone was dashing here and there. We played a very relaxed sort of halfy game where we're just sort of having fun, both players. So we had the Berserkers, and we were playing loads of Grimhammers, so we agreed we'd both go two-handed each time and stuff like that. And the Berserkers got absolutely wiped by the Grimhammers. Grimhammers killed like 4 with throwing weapons.
What?
But it was whole ground, and we actually had a full band of Berserkers on the objectives. They were going, we're killing too quick here.
Oh, I remember what came. I'm getting finished quick. So we came and watched this game.
So they went about 3 turns just continuously bashing.
Knock him down.
Yeah, so they couldn't kill any Berserkers. And we need to lose 1 more in order to get broken in order for to roll the 1 or 2 for the game to end. So they caught someone, they did everything right, but then there was Thorin who shield...
Oaken shield.
Yeah, so Thorin was going to do it with his Oaken shield, and he was trying to shield, and we were going, oh, come on, take a wound. They still didn't do it, and I think they're going to see the point where it's solid. Let's just kill him, let's try and get to the middle and swarm. Yeah. Which they did pretty well. However, Thorin fought... I think it's on, so we'd just been broken, so it could have been the last turn. I think Thorin had been charged by 2 Berserkers and a crossbow or something like that. Yeah. The Berserkers won the fight. Didn't go two-handed, but managed to do 2 wounds on Thorin, and then he passed 1 out of the 3 fates, so they give away the VP
for the general,
which ended to be the difference of 8-7 or something. So totally undeserved from the Berserker half because we got punished. I think we went and we rolled a 1 for the game to end. It was like, oh, sorry guys, we totally undeserved to take this win.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was something regardless either because we had a load of fun, and it was just that point.
Doubles. We didn't even stick around for the finale, did we?
Oh, we did play the third game.
We played the third game very quickly. It was Double Dragon versus these guys.
Yeah, we asked to swap because we just kind of pooped and wanted to get home and sort of thing. So we swapped our opponents so we could play the dragons.
Yeah. Went as any 2 attack strength 4 models do against dragons.
No, I think I think the Berserkers, because obviously Courage 7, they just kept running in continuously, and it's when you didn't roll the 6. I think the end of it was 4 Berserkers, so go up to 16 attacks.
Yeah.
And they all went two-handed, caused 7 wounds on a defense 9 dragon. It was ridiculous. Andy's best roll of the weekend. Yeah. But it was just like, alright, there wasn't much celebration now. So like, yeah, we're done now, let's go.
We finished, yeah? Okay, good.
Yeah, spent half an hour.
Say goodbye to everyone.
Because you can't miss
anyone. Pack up and realise you forgot something, so we'll repack.
Well, you had everything. You're flashing your sword.
Oh yeah, I can do it now.
So Jamie had things on each night. Like, Jamie, where's the stuff you take? I'll just leave it here. Coats, goodie bags, cases. So we had a bit to carry back on the way home. And then walking through Manchester town on a Sunday night with one of us carrying a dragon, one of us carrying a Felby's, Jamie carrying this bad boy.
Yeah, sword from Nova.
I'd say for winning. Feel the weight, but
it is heavy.
So heavy.
It's so very heavy.
Cool.
Put it back right now.
But it's a safe place. So yeah, we had lots to carry back. I think we had Lily take some of Dolgulda down to the car because she was taking Tom and like loads of the board back with him. A lot to do. I kind of felt bad we didn't really help James, but we were kind of tired, and me and my friend had ladies waiting at home.
Thank you to Devin for bringing that over from America rather than shipping it, because it's nice to have it in my hand back again.
That is cool. You and Damien look so cool with them, eh?
Yeah. Combat synergy.
Yeah. So that is about the weekend, I think, discussed.
Yeah.
Long weekend. Good weekend.
It was a fantastic weekend. I'm glad it happened, and well done to James, I think.
Yeah, very well.
For one-man band him running it.
Yeah,
he's already said on the Facebook multiple times he needs in a team next year.
So any volunteers, hey, that don't want to compete?
That's the thing, is finding people who don't want to compete.
Yes.
Because I want to compete.
I want to compete. Come do it. Wanderers.
Wanderers year 2. We can get a little star on the badge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll do better than Team Nuts.
Yeah.
Well done to Team Nuts.
Congrats Team Nuts for coming second.
Yeah, doing very well.
And
averagely very well, didn't they?
Yeah, and the Polish Hussars for taking first place.
Yes, of course. 5 in the top 10 or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, the maths for it working out, I think Mick did a rundown of how it was strange that the whole Polish won, because the Team Nuts had 21 wins out of 24, and they had 20 wins out of 24, but due to VP placement,
right, of course,
they got more in the top bracket. So yeah,
I see. 21 wins is outstanding.
Yeah,
well done, Nuts. That's all you're having. Quite well done.
Quit now.
Yeah, retires.
Retire champions.
Yeah.
Ed.
Yeah, you know you want to. You can help James if you like next year.
Yeah, Team Nod.
And Dan.
That's your reward. Well, I said from next year I'm competing from the get-go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've told Ed I'm not going to let him stomp over the early tournaments. I said to him, I think it was on the Facebook group or one of the groups, that Ed seems to do really well from the gate, and then flops about for half the year, and then finishes strong.
Yeah. That's true. No, I think I'm going to do the thing that you said you could do each year is compete at 100
and just
go
chill
for
out.
funsies at 80s.
I've got a Corsair on me that I really want to use because I've bought the boats for it, I've painted it up, I've sourced the captains, and I really want to use it, but every event from that I can attend now is 100 pointer.
It's far too serious.
And too important as more games can be.
No, I am desperate to take 2 Archive Ballistas to a tournament, but not 100 points.
No.
I might just take Ballistas and Bomb Squads.
Yeah, Bomb Squad.
Could be fun, could be terrible, but fun.
Probably terrible.
Most likely terrible. But I know. What's your Stockport is 80, the first one?
100 now. 100 now.
Oh, so don't even go for funsies there.
No. 100 pointer. James and I discussed it with Tom Harrison, and Ardacon is not going to be 100 pointer for the league, I don't believe, next year. It's going to be its own entity. So like the Ardacon champion.
It
has its
own the WTC stuff on.
Yeah. It needed to be 100 pointer this year to get the draw for people.
Yeah, because
because
it was getting, that's like the shock. Because it was going to be supposed to second Stockport. So you're going to have 2 Stockport and Ardacon?
Yeah, we're going to try and have Desolation of Stockport, Redesolation of Stockport, and I've asked once the schedule is finalised, but before it's published, we can have a look, see if we can find a time for doubles that we wanted to run.
If there's time.
If there's time.
Oh, let's hope so. I will definitely get it done.
Yeah,
it's like
even if it's non-GBHL counting.
Yeah,
I'd like it to be an 80 pointer just to bring something.
What should we call it? The 8 stones?
I don't know.
Like the 7 stones of the south. We need to have something wacky and cool.
Yeah.
Fancy dress is not optional, it's mandatory.
Yeah. Docked TPs for no
for sure.
-1 TP for every item you're not wearing.
Well, yeah, that doesn't count for the wooden spoon. Those people are going to try and turn up naked.
Yeah.
Don't think so.
Yeah.
Food for thought, hey?
Yeah. Well, I think we'll leave you with that. And I think I've used all the footage up, except for the chili eating. But the chili eating is going to be its own video. So I hope you've enjoyed this rambly tournament review.
Yeah.
Interruptions from pizza
and the delay of being it's been like 10 days now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I was ill last week, so I couldn't quite do stuff.
And I am away in Crisis in Antwerp this weekend.
Nice.
Which is why we are recording Belgium.
God, bring me back some chocolate.
I'll try.
And thank you, Andreas, my god, sir, for that Norwegian chocolate you brought.
It's so good, isn't it?
Oh, so good.
It's just that there's a Freddo and there's that chocolate.
I know, if they could cast that chocolate in Freddo form.
Oh, perfection. Yeah.
Have a go, Mr. Caster now.
Yeah. But what else was there? Oh yeah, that's on that chocolate bar note. I ate that entire bar on Saturday evening.
Did you?
Whilst we were walking to the car. From leaving the venue to walking to the car, I just stuffed it in my face.
Oh, it was so good.
It was nice chocolate. I was like, maybe this will give me energy. No.
Yeah, so, thanks guys, and thank you James again.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Not sure if you can hear that, my parents are next door with my granddad. Yeah. Anyway guys, as ever, be sure to comment, like, share and subscribe.
Support your hobby hosts in the links below.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
Support your hobby.
And happy strategy battle gaming, everyone.